Hello, my name is Greyson, and this is Portfolio Content Creation 3's Milestone 3, Week 3 of my chosen discipline of character modeling. Now, I did do a tiny bit of tweaking with the TRex, specifically in this area right here, tried to get the mouth a little bit better so that way I could cut it down the side. Now, let me bring in the UVs. Oh, okay. Sorry. These are the UVs. Let me quickly try to get the shell on so you can see what parts are which. This, of course, is the body. Now, I probably should have cut off where the tail was, but I was afraid of a big seam because there's already one on the head. I probably could have just sewn the at least the top of the head together with that one, and maybe the bottom one. I'm still trying to get used to that whole concept of sewing, because usually what I do is just cut it up into bits like pieces like this, and then try to unfold them and arrange them as well as I can. I made shells, or I guess pieces, or shells, however you want to put them, for each part, each major part. I couldn't quite do the bottom of the feet properly, so I just made them their own. Same with the dew claws. Bottom of the mouth. But that is pretty much how the UVs look. I will send in my file, it should have the Maya scene, the Photoshop document of which I used to make the texture, which I'll show you in a moment, as well as the target of my well, actually no, the target's kind of weird, so probably not. Well, yeah, I'll send the target as well as a JPEG of the UVs and the texture, because the targets are kind of weird on my end. See, they're really weird for some reason. They're not showing up like they used to. But anyway, let me get off that for a moment. And here's the texture. It didn't come out as bad as I thought it would. It was definitely very tricky. The biggest issues are the seams. Some parts of the seams, like with the top of the leg, and even, I guess, parts right here, it's not too bad. Back here's gets a little worse. Especially areas like the arm and where the head, or where the neck connects to the torso. That's pretty bad as well. Surprisingly, this seam where the top and bottom parts of the head meet aren't too bad. It gets kind of bad right here, but I suppose that can be fixed. I just didn't realize that the bottom jaw took up that much of the UV space when I was doing texturing, and the inside of the mouth is just bland because I wasn't about to put too much detail into that. I didn't have time to, and I didn't really have a tongue or really anything internally done yet. So yeah, basically that's how it came out. A lot could have been a lot better, but for being pretty much the second texture I've ever done in this kind of situation, the dew claws could use a bit of work. The feet don't look as bad as I thought they would. I just probably need to darken them up a bit more. But yeah, for being pretty much the second texture I've ever done, at least from scratch like this, could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. And here is the actual texture itself. Now, I did use 3 images to make this. I used 2 pictures of elephant skin, because it kind of had that wrinkly leather-like texture. In fact, this almost looks like dinosaur skin right here on its own. And some alligator skin for some of the big scales as well just, well, I guess just big scales in general, particularly these parts for the big plate-like scales on the feet and toes, as well as, oops, excuse me, the smaller scales for the brow. Well, I suppose brow right there. Well, it's a tiny bit right there around the nostril, and around the bigger plate-like scales. Tried to add a few more. That is basically what I did. The file is a mess. It seems organized until you get down to what's actually inside the files. It's terrible. I really need to work on that more, but like I said, I'm not used to doing textures from scratch like this. Now, I will be, if you go to my Pinterest account where I will be posting this vlog when I'm done making it and uploading it, I also have included the 3 textures that I used, the links to where they were posted. I do not know if this is where they originally were. I'm pretty sure that's where these 2 were. This one was posted on a forum, so I'm not sure where they got that photo from, but I could not find another version of the photo. Well, I couldn't find one that didn't lead back to the forum in one way. But these are the links to them. They are obviously not mine, and I used them for the texture. I didn't quite know how to do citation for something like this, so I just decided to get the original sources and link them into my Pinterest account. I hope that's alright. And if this is not what you meant for texturing, if you meant just something like a lot more simple than this, or even more complicated, and I'm not sure, please let me know. Oh, and also quickly, I want to ask you about how, or excuse me, what I'm supposed to do for this upcoming project, because it keeps saying demo reel and review. The past 2 portfolio content creations, I have not needed to do this. I did it for the first one, but apparently I didn't need to, so that was somewhat frustrating. But just let me know if I'm supposed to actually do this or not. Am I supposed to use my own TRex, or do you just want me to try to wrap up as much as I can by Wednesday with the model? You know, add some tertiary details or tweak with the texture a bit more. By all means, please let me know, because I don't want to end up try working on the T-Rex a bit more, and I actually was supposed to do the vlog and end up failing because of that. So any help with that would be greatly appreciated. But overall, I think it came out more or less well. It could have been a lot better. Probably could have tried resizing some of the bigger wrinkles, like especially around here. Once again, the seams are some of the bigger issues, particularly around the head and arms. The leg fared not too badly. It came through better than I thought it would. Actually, a lot of the lines were lining up better than I anticipated. But overall, this is what I've done, and I hope it meets your standards, or at least for what you have asked of me. And I look forward to your next critique.